Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 53 of the Creative Shoes podcast. Officially, actually still not officially, because this is uploaded on the 28th, but officially the 1 year anniversary of the podcast and the YouTube channel combined, because they, started on the same day. So, big ups to that. But this podcast isn't really going to be anything special for that, because the last one pretty much was. Yep. So basically what I'm saying is we're back to the normal bullshit. Maybe we'll talk about some things, but
not knowing what we're doing though.
Yeah, we're back to the let's just talk about whatever the fuck we see on Twitter within the week. That's pretty much what it is. Who wore number 53?
Andrew Chrissy.
What number did Lawrence Timmons wear?
98.
For real?
53 was Marquise Pouncey.
Oh shit.
Dude, Daryl Dawkins. Didn't he wear 53?
I'll find out here in a second. Mark Eaton.
That's a good one.
Didn't he just pass?
Yeah.
He did.
Damn, bro.
And yes, Daryl Dawkins did wear 53. Artis Gilmore. Not a whole lot of people. Pretty much the only ones I know are Daryl Dawkins and Mark Eaton and Artis Gilmore. So, can I see some? Okay, here we go. Here's some NFL players. Okay, never mind. This website is busted. All right. Well, we got the Mark Eaton pod. That's all we care about. Oh, and just because we forgot about it and I just remembered, last podcast is officially the Greg Oden pod. Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's the Greg Oden pod. All right. So there's actually quite a few things that we can talk about. It's going to be all over the place. It's just a bunch of random things, but a bunch of random things that I have seen and wanted to talk to you guys about. First thing, this is just a out of the blue question. I want to know what you guys think. Who is the better passer? Just passer. Chris Paul or Rajon Rondo?
Saw this shit. I just saw this, dude.
Like you said, it was like an Instagram poll. Is that what you saw? Okay. I picked Rondo, but I picked it just because I like Rondo.
Yeah.
But
that boy
no matter what,
is a dud right now though.
No matter what, it is insanely close to me. It's not close in terms of like, floor general, run the offense type shit, but pure passing, Rondo's up there.
Chris Paul benefits from his other skills though. Like Rondo not being able to shoot a three probably hurts his passing. Like, I mean, obviously his passing ability is always there, but like the certain passes that he can make are probably limited because he has a defender just fucking sacking off him the whole time.
He's definitely been able to shoot better in the past few seasons. Yeah. The past like 3 seasons, I think he's actually, started shooting. Early in his career, obviously, though, it was not the case. But also earlier in his career, it didn't matter if he couldn't shoot a three.
This season he shot 43% from three. That's
how many attempts per game though?
2.4.
Okay, I'll give it to him.
Yeah. Compared to 06-07, he shot 20.7 or 0.207%.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it to CP3. That's who I voted for in that poll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's close though.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of players that are kind of in that same spot where it's just super close and kind of tough to pick.
There was another one in that poll.
People
It was
say
like
LeBron is one of the best passers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But another one in those polls is like the most complete player, Paul George or Devin Booker.
Okay, I said Paul George.
I said Paul George too.
Yeah, Paul George. That's easy. That's
Dude,
easy.
When I looked at it, the poll was like 70-30 in favor of Devin Booker.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just because he's playing better doesn't mean he's the more complete player.
The funniest thing was like in that set of polls, there was like 8 of them, and I think I picked the lower percent for every single one. Like I got through it, and I was like, "Is everyone else just a hype beast, or am I just dumb?"
Bro,
that James Harden Devin Booker one that everybody's been going crazy for. When I seen that one go live, I voted for fucking James Harden, and I seen James Harden was 45% and Devin Booker was 55. I was like, bro, am I bugging or what?
What?
Nah, bro. People are just hype beasts.
What account is that? Like, what stories is that?
Like Playmaker, I think.
Playmaker Hoops?
Yeah. No?
No, they don't have any stories up.
All right, wait. Can't you see like the stories you went through? Guess not.
Oh wait, vote. Oh, these are all old as fuck. It must have been, but
there's some on Kicks. Yeah, there's some on Kicks. There's some on Jukes, but those are like NFL ones. I don't know which ones those were.
ESPN just straight up does some too. So
yeah, true. I could probably go to the end of my stories and see which ones.
That's what I did, and I couldn't see any. Maybe they expired. I don't know.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they must have, because I'm not seeing them either. Jayden, what was... Oh, okay. So, the other day, I saw a post on Instagram on my Explore page, and I told Jayden about it, like, the day that I saw it. It is sports Instagram accounts, like the ones that, you know, post their own opinions and their takes and shit. These motherfuckers are dumb, bro. Like, actually just straight up stupid.
Oh, I know where this is going.
This post was showing current players and then their historic player comparison. So the first one was Joel Embiid, and his historic comparison was Hakeem Olajuwon, which plenty of people say it. So
yeah.
Like, it's basically comparing play styles.
Yeah.
So then another one of them was Duncan Robinson, and his historic comparison was JJ Redick. they literally just took a shooter and said he plays like this other shooter.
Duncan Robinson ain't like that though.
What, isn't a shooter like JJ Redick?
Nah, JJ Redick's a much better shooter.
JJ Redick hugs them screens, boy. You can't guard
Hugs them
that shit.
screens. Maybe play style, but I don't know. JJ Redick, he's like one of the, 15 best 3-point shooters all time, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think Duncan Robinson can get there. He shoots, at least especially last season, very efficiently. So,
Dude, anytime I watch the Heat, all it is just like the Heat just play horrible offense, and then they're down like 15, and then they just give the ball to Duncan Robinson. He hucks up some garbage, and it goes in every time.
Yeah. But the one that blew my mind on this comparison was they had Lou Dort, and his historic comparison was fucking Bruce Bowen. What? I don't get that at all. It makes no sense to me. It literally just has to be because Lou Dort is a good defender, so they're like, all right, let's take a good defender and just throw him there. Say he's like Lou Dort.
Who would your comparison be for Lou Dort though? Because I honestly can't think of one. Not off the top of my head.
It literally would be just like some like
He's stumbling, bro.
Defender that's like can shoot and is a good playmaker. But like
Bruce Bowen.
Yeah, but like I just feel like Bruce Bowen, I don't know if I just underrate Bruce Bowen because I never saw him play, but I feel like Lou Dort is just a better player than Bruce Bowen.
I think you're bugging.
Probably. I won't disagree with you.
Maybe not. I took that back real quick. Bruce Bowen career averages 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist.
Yeah, that's like in my mind. I'm thinking Bruce Bowen for a very large majority of his career was just a role player.
Yeah. Never averaged over 10. I did not know that. I thought he was like 10 to 15. That's why I'm like, I don't think that's that bad of a comparison.
Because, like, I feel like you could maybe think of some all-time players to compare play styles to Lou Dort, but then it just gets to you're being like, oh, so you're saying Lou Dort is on the same level as this guy, and that wouldn't be what I was trying to say, but...
Yeah.
But there's not many historic players like him, I don't think.
No.
Because he has a skill set that you didn't see back then. Because you've got the defense and you have the defense and playmaking, but then with shooting involved as well. So
I think of Scottie Pippen, but I feel like that's disrespect to Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, and I also think Scottie Pippen is a much better defender, obviously. Like, defense was more oriented in his play style than Lou Dort's. Lou Dort is a very good defender, but I feel like his playmaking is a large deal of his game. But yeah, I just saw that on Instagram and I thought it was fucking weird. And I just... you could sit there and go through the explore page for hours and just see so much random bullshit. Okay. Something else to talk about. I swear to God, I see this shit every single day, it feels like. Every single day, I see people on Twitter arguing who is a better deep range shooter, Steph Curry or Damian Lillard. And it's just, dude, I follow this one dude that tweets like a bunch of Steph Curry stats because I like seeing them. I did not realize how many Damian Lillard accounts there are on Twitter. Like, there's like 800 of them just making the hardest case they possibly can to say that Damian Lillard is the best deep range shooter of all time. And so this stat is the best deep shooters in NBA history. So it's their percentages from 30 to 40 feet. So within that 10-foot range. Steph is at the top of the list, 37.6%. And then you have Trey Young with 35.1%, Damian Lillard with 35%, and then it takes a huge drop off. Kyle Lowry with 25%, and LeBron with 24.1%. That is including regular season and playoffs. So then, if you take away 30 to 40 feet, like if you were to include 30 plus feet, it looks much worse for Steph Curry's case. Like, he has the highest percentage there if you go 30 to 40 feet. But if you do 40 plus, so pretty much like half court heave and beyond, Damian Lillard in his career is 1 for 16. Trey Young is 1 for 3. And Steph is 8 for 127. And that's because Steph takes so many half court and full court shots to end quarters, and he doesn't worry about his percentage. And there's many players that they care about their percentage enough to not put up a shot like that. So anytime that people bring up long range percentage, obviously Trey Young and Damian Lillard can have an advantage if you put the stats a certain way, because they don't take shots like that.
You got to give it to Steph because of how many shots he's taken.
Yes.
How many shots did he take 30 to 40 feet? Does it say?
It does not say.
I'm sure he's taken way more than Damian Lillard, and to have the higher percentage.
I'm not sure, because I know Damian Lillard takes a lot. I might have seen something that.
Yeah, but when did this Damian Lillard deep three shit start? It started like 2-3 years ago.
And Steph has been doing it since he got drafted, practically.
Yeah.
Um.
Like, even if you want to go from 2015 to now, Damian Lillard probably started from like 2019 to now.
Okay, so this is. Oh, okay. So, this tweet is. I dug up all the 3-pointers taken from 30 feet or further, dating back to 1997.
What a loser, bro. Who the fuck would do that?
35 players have taken 100 or more from this distance, but 2 players stand ahead of the pack in terms of volume and efficiency. Damian Lillard, he has 154 makes at 32.8%. Steph Curry has 130 makes, so he has, 24 less makes at 28.8%.
Oh, shit.
But this is 30 plus feet. If you take away the 8 for, what did I say? 8 for 127?
Yeah.
Do you know how big of a jump Steph's percentage takes if you take that away? So Damian Lillard does have more makes from 30 plus feet. And then I saw this tweet, and then a Damian Lillard fan account quotes it and says, Dame is the greatest deep range shooter of all time. And then another Damian Lillard fan account replies to it and says, 100% Dame's insane attribute is he can take deep threes in the clutch and make them really efficiently. He decides to take them comfortably. Curry mostly puts them up if the shot clock is expiring.
Because it's not a realistic game shot if you're shooting it from 30+ feet out. Like,
Curry shoots that far when it's like a heat check.
Yeah.
Lillard shoots that far because he genuinely thinks he can make it, and he does somehow contested fading away over Paul George.
I think Steph doesn't take those because he knows that they can get a better shot than that.
well, he's a smarter
me.
player too.
Yeah, he's a way smarter player.
Yeah.
Way smarter.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that they can get a better shot. Damian Lillard must think in his head that they feel like they can't get a better shot than that.
Well, he's got to have all the praise and the shine, you know.
This this random ass account says, "Oh, never mind. They said, I read that wrong. I was about to freak out."
If Damian Lillard is the greatest deep range shooter of all time, then why does Steph get triple teamed the second he crosses half court and Damian Lillard doesn't?
Okay. This is just motherfuckers being stupid. So someone replied to one of those things about Damian Lillard being the best. Well, actually, no. It was a reply to one of the stats that showed that Steph was probably the better one, and this guy sarcastically tags a Damian Lillard fan account and says, "Oh, but Lillard is the best deep shooter in the NBA." And then some KD fan account replies and says, "But he is. Have you ever seen Curry take near half-court shots in the clutch? No, because he doesn't even trust himself." Where Dame is constantly shooting and hitting them in the clutch.
I mean, the stupidest reply ever. People really don't understand how basketball works, I swear to God. Like, it's actually frustrating and people don't understand. That's a horrible shot.
Like, people say this type of stuff, like Steph doesn't literally shoot logo shots during warm-ups before every single game.
And doesn't miss.
Like, you act like he doesn't... You saying he doesn't trust himself is the dumbest shit in the world. Just because someone isn't doing something doesn't mean they don't trust themselves to do it. Especially in that case, because he obviously knows that he can get a better shot than that. Steph would rather just dribble up fucking 5 more feet and take the same shot. Like, you're gonna have the same contest, same amount of contest whether you go up to 35 feet or you're at 40 feet. So why take it from farther away?
Exactly.
I see people try to make the case for Damian Lillard a little too much.
He's definitely up there, but he's not as good as Steph.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably number two because he's the only other one like him. Steph, Damian Lillard, and Trey Young are the only 3 in the league that really take deep threes consistently.
Yeah.
Also, that fucking video of Max Kellerman saying that he believes that Trey Young has a higher ceiling in the playoffs than Steph Curry.
Saw that.
And he, quote, says, Trey is fearless under pressure and Steph is careless under pressure.
Where do they usually get these fucking delusions?
Yeah.
How's he
I think
careless?
That's what I
Yes.
don't get. I don't know. If Trey Young was taking the shots that he does, but he wasn't making them, he would be more careless than fearless. People are saying he's fearless because he's making the shots that he takes and does the things that he does. And does it, it's effective. And it actually works.
Is it being fearless or is it just shooting? It's the same argument with Damian Lillard. Is it just shooting stupid ass shots with a lot of confidence?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
considered being fearless?
Yeah, that's I don't like want to knock these players for doing it because they can obviously do it and that's why they do it in the first place. They wouldn't do it if they couldn't.
Yeah.
But I think it's easy to say that you can make better decisions than that.
I don't understand the word fearless. Like, is he afraid to miss? If you're afraid to miss, you should not be playing basketball. What's the fearless argument? What are you afraid of? Is there fucking clowns on the court? I don't get it.
Yeah.
These dudes are talking about Steph Curry at the 3-point line in the clutch, like Ben Simmons for the free throw line.
Yeah, he's
like
careless.
It's not that. It's not that.
What?
And
dude, you're a good shooter in the clutch if I'm the fan of any team that isn't the Warriors and they're playing the Warriors, and at any moment Steph Curry has the basketball on the 3-point line and he's wide open, literally I just go, fuck. Because I know he's gassing that thing.
And I think Steph is not seen as a good clutch player or like he doesn't, make game winners because he is the same way as people talk about LeBron. He would rather
I was gonna say the same
get
shit,
the
dude.
best shot instead of him taking it.
Oh my god!
Like he's not gonna force a bad shot just because he feels like he should take it. You're gonna take
it's
the
like
better shot.
It's literally just like the Lakers playing game when he passed it to Draymond going down the lane.
Yeah.
Like Steph Curry's not gonna heave up a double team from the hash if he has Draymond Green wide open at the free throw line.
Granted,
Honestly,
though,
he probably should have shot that with the way that Draymond handled that
dude,
shot.
I was gonna say Steve Kerr probably drew it up for Steph to take it.
Yeah.
Same way when Damian Lillard hit that shot over Paul George, I can guarantee you Terry Stotts said, "Pass the ball to Damian Lillard, get the fuck out the way."
Yeah.
If I'm Damian
I
Lillard,
definitely
I have
did.
35 points. Logan, we had this argument before.
Yeah.
If I have 35 points and I'm Damian Lillard, I'm not passing the ball to a wide open Carmelo Anthony that's 36. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not passing the ball. I don't care. I would not shoot a 35, 40 footer, but you want the ball in your best player's hands. And if that means you're taking a contested deep shot, then so be it.
I just think I do think Steph made the right decision in that situation. If it
Draymond
was
just burgered that shit.
Yeah, if it was
that shit
any
hard.
player other than Draymond Green on that Warriors team, it's probably they win the game, to be honest. Like, because I feel like most players are stopping at the free throw line and just pulling up for a jumper. And I would be confident in other than Draymond and fucking Kevon Looney, and he wasn't in the game, I would be confident in them making that shot. So, but I do, like, I understand that, he doesn't take those shots very often. But it's also because it's going to be easier for someone else to have that shot because everyone is expecting Steph to take that shot.
They'd probably double him, and then there's going to be an open player.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why Draymond was open, because they doubled Steph.
I think there was like fucking 4 players on Steph.
Yeah, I think there were. I think there was literally. I think there was 3 people on Steph the second he touched the ball, and he was behind the hash at the time.
They probably. Who were they playing?
The Lakers.
The Lakers. Fucking the Lakers coach. They probably said, "Dude, if Draymond beats us, let him beat us.
Yeah.
We're not letting Steph beat us. Don't even guard Draymond. Let him make that decision."
Oh shit.
But what was it? It was the same shit last year. Like when LeBron, I think it was it could have been in the bubble. I'm not sure. When it was for the game, and LeBron drove into the paint, got fucking triple teamed. So he passed it to Danny Green in the corner, wide open for the game, and Danny Green missed. And then everybody was flaming LeBron for it. It's like, dude, they literally had 3 centers in the game.
Dude, that's a good
to
shot.
Make sure LeBron didn't fucking take it. And just like that Draymond thing, he took a high quality shot. He missed the layup by a mile, but he took a good shot.
But yeah, I mean, Steph's just careless. If he was fearless, he would take those shots. So
Whatever.
Yeah, but he would rather swing the ball around and have Klay Thompson wide open in the corner for 3 than take a semi-contested shot.
Dude, those are 2 stupid words to describe people like that.
100%. Because the way you're saying it makes it seem like Steph is afraid of those shots because he's afraid he's gonna miss.
Exactly.
There's a difference between thinking that it's a bad shot and you have a much higher chance of missing it, and being afraid that you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
It's literally just making a smart decision and realizing that you have a better chance in a different situation. Like, bro, they're not. This is going to be another thing that is going to make it better next season. If Klay is on the floor in that moment at the end of that game, Steph's probably in a much different situation. Because they would not be able to defend Steph as hard as they could with Klay on the floor as well.
That entire wide open.
That entire season would have been completely different for Steph. Steph was literally averaging like 40 a game in a month, and he was getting double teamed the second he crossed half court every single possession, and he was still averaging like 40.
I think Draymond would have actually had an even easier shot than what he had, because I believe
he still would have had to make the decision himself, though.
Oh yeah, but I believe in the situation, like Steph's up on like towards the right wing, and Draymond's at the top of the key. There might have been a player in the left corner. There had to have been. But Klay would obviously be on the opposite side of the floor from Steph. So you're dragging a player from over on Steph's side, because I believe there was 3 defenders over on Steph's side. 1 in the paint, which is the one that almost blocked Draymond's shot. And then whoever was in the opposite corner. You're dragging someone else away from the right side. So now you've only got 2 players over here on the right. Someone is guarding Steph, and they most likely want to double team. If they double team, whoever's in the corner is then open. And I think
make that pass.
What?
Can't make that pass. Double teamed on the wing to the opposite corner is not happening.
No, not I'm talking the corner next to him.
If that's the case, then why didn't he do it then?
Because there was 3 people in the corner. If Klay's on the floor, I don't think there's 3 people in that corner. Like 3 defenders near that, on that side of the floor.
Yeah, you got to keep at least 2 on the left side towards his.
The spacing
side.
is completely different. I feel like with Clay on the floor in that situation.
Yeah, when you have the best shooter in the league taking the ball off the inbound, and then the second best shooter in the league on the opposite side, it's different. It's 100% different.
You can make that argument for everything ever. Like, oh, it's 100% different if I sit up straight compared to slouching.
Okay,
Like,
yes.
what's the argument?
I'm just saying that I think Steph will probably take more of those types of shots. Like, if he knows that it's a better situation. Like, I don't know exactly how I'm trying to say it.
With Clay on the court, he would
have an
one other
easier
person
shot.
on the court.
You have an easier shot, which would then make it a smarter shot, and I feel like he would take it more. He's just afraid, dude. He's just afraid.
Yeah, he's not like Damian Lillard, who's fearless. And he'll take 50-foot jump shots in the clutch.
Also, this tweet, anytime any player does something good, they immediately get compared to Steph Curry. And it was a screenshot of that Max Kellerman take, and then a graphic of it's only the beginning for Ja Morant, and it has 47 points, Ja Morant's playoff career high with only 2 games played, and Steph's playoff career high is also 47 with 112 games played. So they just
you can
chose
manipulate
Steph to compare him to.
You can manipulate any stat in the entire world and say anybody's better than
yes
somebody. I could literally make a graph that shows how Robert Horry has more accolades according to this graph than Michael Jordan.
I am okay. Oh shit. I need an updated article. I'm trying to I want to find the actual numbers of like the amount of shots Steph and Lillard have taken from 30 to 40 feet to see who is shooting. I do believe Damian Lillard shoots more. I don't think it's by much. I still think it's close.
Oh, here you go, dude. 24 minutes ago, logo Trae over Giannis. He hit a shot from the Atlanta Hawks logo because Giannis was guarding him at the 3-point line, and there was 6 feet between them.
I literally looked up. This is what I typed in on Google. 3-pointers 30 to 40 feet. And the top article, Damian Lillard is the longest shot in the NBA. Damian Lillard has the best range in the NBA. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can... I don't know how motherfuckers find these stats.
You ever load into a micro game and see the 2K TV questions, bro? Those are even worse stats that you gotta know.
Who led the league in pace this season? Like, bro, who's tracking that shit?
Seriously, how do people find these stats? Because I'm getting articles from fucking 2019.
You were saying Damian Lillard was a better deep range shooter than fucking Steph in 2019?
That's when it started. That's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
He hit that one, dude.
That's all they needed, bro.
Okay. So this is from August 19th, 2020. So this is before this season started. It says, for his career, Damian Lillard attempted 327 shots from at least 30 feet away, and he's made 108. So that is 33.7% from at least 30 feet away. And then it says in 2019-2020 alone, he shot 41.4% from that range.
Damn.
Taking on 133 attempts. And it says here, meanwhile, Steph has attempted 332 shots from that distance and has made 85 of them. So 85 of 332. And Lillard is 108 of 327.
Lillard.
But I think this is 30 plus feet. So this includes Steph's heaves. So let me go back to the tweet. So if you take 127 shots away from Steph's attempts there, this might include, an amount from this season. So it's a little bit off. It wouldn't be a crazy amount. Like, it wouldn't be fucking 80 shots, I don't think.
So you're taking away the makes and the misses. Those deep ones.
So he would have made, 332 minus 127. And you take away 8 makes. So it would be 77. So 77 divided by 205. So he shoots 37.6%. Which, what is that? Yeah, that's like, what did I say? Did I say 36 or 37?
You said 37.6.
I think it was 36.7.
I don't know.
I heard 36.
Okay, it's one of those. That's a few percentage points higher than Damian Lillard's.
I thought you just said Damian Lillard was 41%.
That's in 2019-2020.
Oh, what's his regular?
All time, 33.7%. So either way, it's close.
So there you
obviously.
go. That settles the argument.
I wouldn't say it settles the argument because you're taking away deeper shots from Steph, but not from Damian Lillard.
Oh, okay. Well, then wait. I'll take away Damian Lillard's.
I thought you.
Damian Lillard's past 40 feet, he's only taken 16 shots, and he's made one. So you would take away from 327. take away 16, so that's 311, and you take away one make, so 107 divided by 311, 34.4%. So his percentage doesn't change much from that because he doesn't take as many of those shots. Also, this article is talking about how Trey Young might actually be better than both of them. So I'm closing this article out now.
No. He has one good playoff run, and they think that this dude's better than Steph. Like, get the fuck
this
out.
was
Well, it is his
before-
only playoff run too, though.
Yeah, and this was last
Yeah.
season, not even this season.
Like, you're bugging, bro.
Trey Young's fucking balling, dude.
Yeah.
He is balling.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say that he's not balling, but to compare him to Steph already is way too early.
You shouldn't compare him to anybody yet.
Yeah.
One playoffs, you can't.
I agree.
The play style is different from Steph's. He's more comparable to like James Harden in play style. It's
Trey
just
Young?
yeah, he's closer to James Harden than he is to Steph, to me. But you can
I wouldn't say that.
The comparison that he gets to Steph is literally just deep range shooting.
And 3-point shooting in general. Or does James Harden still put up fucking 8 threes a game?
I mean, I think he takes a lot. Maybe he doesn't take a lot on the
probably
nets
does.
just because other people have to take shots. But you look at his attempts on fucking on the Rockets, bro. That dude was chalking them up.
13 a game.
That dude was scoring 30 points on like 3 made field goals.
Sounds like my boy PG in the playoffs right now, bro.
Just real quick to talk about it. How about that tweet I sent you guys of those old NBA masks that people wore? They were wearing fucking hockey masks.
Hockey masks.
in
like
game.
Jason.
That is the coldest shit of all time, bro. I'd be terrified if I was out on a basketball court and someone pulled up in that shit. That to me is much more intimidating than someone wearing a black mask.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they don't allow players to wear those.
Who knows?
Like, is it really?
Like LeBron, when he wore that shit was cold, bro.
Yeah.
With the all
It
black
looks
jersey, bro, that
looks
shit
much
was
better
tough.
than it looks much better than the clear ones, but to me, if you wore a clear one, it would probably be easier to see. So I feel like you're putting yourself at a disadvantage with a black one.
Bro,
But then
you look
that
cold as fuck with the black
that
one.
makes me not understand why you can't wear a black one. But you also can't wear like, well, no, because I was gonna say you also can't wear like Supreme leg and arm sleeves, but that's literally an entire brand.
Yeah. You can
So
only
I
wear,
don't
like,
I don't get the black mask thing.
I think you can only wear like Nike and shit, right? Like the brands partnered with the NBA.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's why you can't wear that kind of stuff.
Well, specific teams are partnered with brands too, right?
Nike,
Or is it
Jordan,
just
same
that-
thing.
Well, I was
Yeah.
just saying, like, would there
Oh,
be
yeah.
like a team that would be like Under Armour, so like they could wear Under Armour stuff?
I don't
I mean,
think
even
so.
if
'Cause, like,
I mean, the Under Armour, I believe, is
No,
NBA.
it's
so it doesn't- I
because
don't-
the
every-
NBA has a deal with Nike, and I guess they can pick if they want to be Jordan. I don't understand how that works.
No.
The Hornets, I get the Hornets, but I
Yeah.
I thought the Clippers were wearing Jordan at some point. I don't really understand that.
I think
And
that's what they were
also,
wearing
like,
Jordans too, but
the players that have shoe deals can wear whatever the fuck they want, like wear whatever their deal is. So
Yeah.
that's what makes me not understand the Supreme thing also.
Well,
'Cause
can you
it's like-
sign a contract with Supreme?
Yeah, that's
probably-
the thing.
you
Is
probably-
like
you
what if
probably can.
what happens when Supreme fucking signs J.R. Smith and he pulls up in two Supreme arm sleeves and two Supreme leg sleeves?
He pulls up in a Supreme bodysuit.
Yeah.
He comes to here. All you can see is his face. Everything else is completely covered.
Bro, that shit would be cold though. Like if you see the dude walk up on the court like
he'd
that.
have a Frozone super suit, just Supreme. That's what he looked like.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know if there was much else to even talk about this week. Obviously, we could just talk about how the playoffs are going. Suns are up 3-1. How you feel about it, Jayden?
Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm not the guy I'm like, oh, we should have won game 2. We should have won game 4. Yeah, we should have, but wasn't in the plan, bro.
Yeah.
Paul George had to choke
were
2
the
free
refs-
throws.
were the refs costing or no? Because I've been hearing a lot of stuff about it.
I mean, I think we still would have been in the same situation with free throws. I just don't understand. It was BS. I don't understand why it would review it in one game and then not review the same exact type of play in another game. If you're going to do it, you have to be consistent with it. You can't pick and choose when to review the same exact type of play.
I think that's what I talked about when the in the Lakers game against the Suns where they got knocked out, where like people were mad that the refs weren't calling certain things, and I brought up the argument where they feel they can't call certain things because then they would be too inconsistent because they didn't call it at a different time.
Yeah. Like, dude, game 2, I don't know. Did you guys watch it?
No.
I didn't know.
They said it, but the last 90 seconds of regulation took 35 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
did. Yeah, I did see that. I just seen like tweets about
That's
that.
crazy.
Dude, they reviewed everything. That's overkill.
Yes.
But you can't not review something. I don't know. It's a tough subject. I want to look at the box score of the last game because I want to see the percentage that the team shot. Because there was a stretch in the fourth quarter, like a 5-minute stretch that the score stayed exactly the same. And over that stretch, the Clippers were like 1 for 15, and the Suns were like 2 for 13. It was horrible basketball.
I forget what I was about to look at.
Why won't you show me a score from the other day? Oh, there we go. All right, let's do team stats. Because I follow a Clippers fan account on Twitter, and they missed like 15 straight threes.
Mm.
And in game 2, they missed like 10 straight threes. So the Clippers shot 27 for 83 from the field. 32.5%. The Suns shot 31 for 86, 36%. They shot 20% from 3. The Clippers shot 16% from 3.
Bro, that's gotta be grueling ass basketball to watch, bro.
Dude, it's sickening. I felt sick to my stomach watching that game. The Suns had 59 rebounds because everybody kept missing. The Clippers had 51. That's insane.
That should never happen.
They had 17 offensive rebounds. DeAndre Ayton had to have at least 10.
Jeez.
Is the worst basketball game of all time. I believe it was the 2017 Western Conference Finals Game 7 when the Rockets missed like 23s. Yeah,
27
that was
straight.
The worst game I've ever watched. The worst.
There's got to be a point where you just stop shooting them, bro.
There's
they
a higher,
haven't played.
I think
They
there's
haven't
like a
played good
higher
basketball for years.
higher chance of getting struck by lightning than the Rockets missing 27 straight threes.
Well, they didn't play normal basketball the entire season. All it was give the ball to James Harden. Everybody else be on the wings and in the corners. Clint Capella sets them a screen, and that's all their offense was all season.
Dude, that's what Paul George did in the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
He was chucking up some dumb ass shit. He was in the left, like, shallow corner, probably like 20 feet, 18 feet, and he shot a post fade over Chris Paul, who pulled the chair on him. That's a brick, dude. That's a horrible shot. He shot 5 for 20.
Holy shit.
Not to go back to the whole Steph argument and, you know, not taking shots in the clutch or doing stuff like that. I think that's just trying to put the game in your hands.
What Paul George was doing?
Yeah, and that's what Paul George
Oh,
was trying to
definitely.
do. He's putting it all in his hands. Because
if you want to put the game in your hands, though, you have to be aggressive.
Yeah. And because if you put the game in your hands like that, if you end up winning it, you get all the credit for it. Obviously, you also get all the hate if it doesn't go your way, but
dude, he got all the credit for the first win in that series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he should. I think he had 30 in that game.
Yeah.
He had 27. But he shot 9 for 26. He still gets all the credit. That's horrible. That's barely above 33%. That's not good.
I think that's probably the biggest thing in basketball that people don't pay attention to is efficiency.
Oh my gosh, that game had none. Actually, I'll give it to DeAndre Ayton because that dude is a man playing against little kids.
Yeah. And he's only like what, 22, 23?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see all that shit today? He was like, I have to give props to Chris Paul for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I swear, we talk about this stuff, and it's 100% true to a T from their mouths.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Chris Paul made DeAndre Ayton a better player, and he comes out today and says it. Without Chris Paul, I'm not the player I am. Dude, if Chris Paul didn't go to that team, they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Fact.
Devin Booker would not have played how he's playing.
Yeah.
Bro, that dude needs a ring, bro, for real.
Chris Paul definitely needs a ring. And I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. If we lose, which, 3-1, there's a very, very, very good chance I'm 100% okay with it being a Chris Paul because he deserves it.
I liked your tweet.
And bro,
Chris Paul's the good, bro.
all I know is if the Suns win the championship, I swear to God, if I hear one more thing about Devin Booker being Kobe Bryant, I'm fucking deleting Twitter, bro.
No, because if they win it, he's not going to win Finals MVP.
You don't think so? You think it'll be Chris Paul?
Dude, it might be Ayton, bro.
You're right. It could
be.
Didn't he have
20
he had 20? He had 20 last night, I think.
He probably did.
Dude, DeAndre Ayton's the most underrated player on that team.
Dude, for real.
And
Literally no one appreciates what centers do unless they're putting up, like, unless they're doing stuff like Embiid and Jokic.
Yeah.
He had 22 and 19 with 4 blocks. That's gross.
Oh gosh, bro.
And he shot 57%. Wait, that might be team. What am I? No, he shot 57%, which isn't crazy for a center, but dude, that's still really good.
Well, yeah, but I think he also he can shoot. Like, he takes jumpers too.
Not in that series, bro.
Not in that series? Okay.
Lobs,
I know he can.
Tips, that's it.
But,
yeah. 100% from the free throw line. That's a great game, dude. If he plays like that, I'd give him Finals MVP for sure.
100%, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Paul wouldn't. I don't think he would get it just because he's going to average like 11 points and 10 assists.
Yeah. Isn't he shooting like shit too? I saw something. Didn't he shoot like 6 for 22?
Dude, the last 3 games, Chris Paul and Devin Booker have played like ass.
Dude, shout out Pat Bev, bro. For real. Pat Bev is fucking actually playing out of his mind
my
right
gosh, first team all defense. He says that he's the best defender in the league. I wouldn't go that far, but in terms of like guards, especially point guards, top 3.
Everyone dogs on him because they say he just fucking fouls people the whole time, so that's why
he's aggressive as shit. So
yeah,
it might be, you know.
That's what you have to do with the fucking point guards. If you're not aggressive, they're just gonna blow past you.
Oh yeah,
dude.
I love watching Pat Bev, bro. Especially when he was going at Westbrook a while ago. Like when
he's cocky as shit.
That shit was so fire.
If he wasn't on the Clippers, I would hate him with my entire being, dude. He is so cocky. But anyway, back to Chris Paul shooting. Last night he shot 27%, and Thursday he shot 26%. So yeah, he's not shooting well. And neither's Devin Booker.
Good thing they got Eaton though.
He's the reason they're up. He caught that lob in game 2. Booker hasn't shot over 40% this series. Oh, I lied. The first game he shot 52%. That's when he went off. Then it was 30, 20, 23, and 36.
You called it though, Logan. You said that if the Suns were gonna play the Clippers and Eaton was gonna have that matchup advantage and he was gonna eat, so
I gotta give credit to Zubac though.
Mm-hmm.
He played his ass off last night. Last night was the most minutes he played in his entire career. He played 40 minutes. And I think he had 15 and 15 or something like that. He's playing really well. It's just DeAndre Ayton is playing better.
Yeah.
And I saw that people on Twitter were complaining, and I agree with it, like that Zubac gets fouled the most in the league, or at least in this series, because there's a picture of Chris Paul like ripping his jersey way the heck down here. And somebody quote tweeted it and said that this is crazy. It said that Ivica Zubac's free throw attempts this series is like 26. And I think it was Jay Crowder, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul combined is only 18. So he's definitely getting in the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes we just know what we're talking about sometimes.
Maybe.
Well, it's almost like we know basketball too, so.
You know, we say some dumb shit. Like I said Tom
like
Brady's the
Matthews?
11th best quarterback in the league. But
And that Wesley Matthews is an all-time great shooter.
hey, he is.
If he's an all-time great shooter, where's he at in the league right now today? Not top 5.
Okay.
How's he an all-time great?
Doesn't make him not an all-time great. This is like the discussion we had. We literally had this yesterday where we were talking about how like in 50 years there's going to be so many great players that are like top 5 now aren't going to be even in the top 20. But that doesn't make them not great players. So I think that is true about Wesley Matthews. You can still consider him an all-time great.
It's literally the exact argument of like when people like legitimately just say like Michael Jordan is a better basketball player than LeBron James. No, the fuck he's not. Michael Jordan isn't even better than some of the just shooting guards in the NBA today. It just because of his accolades in the era he played in, he dominated. But like people just evolve the game now.
Get out, bro.
You think Michael Jordan shooting fucking post fadeaways on the mid range is evolving to today's NBA?
You're saying there's shooting guards in the NBA right now that are better than Michael Jordan. Who?
Like just skill wise, the game just evolves.
Who?
Devin Booker is a more skilled basketball player than Michael Jordan.
My God!
Not like my.
This is literally what I said about Tom Brady fucking last week, and now I don't have to get cooked for it.
But obviously, it's like Michael Jordan is a better player all time because Michael Jordan absolutely shit on the era he played in.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. But Michael Jordan
I
could
don't
shoot.
agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either, but I understand 100%. Michael Jordan could shoot. It's just
Michael
didn't
Jordan's
have
a
to.
stretch, but like, if we're talking about like Clyde Drexler, bro, get that dude out.
Yeah.
Get him way out. But
also,
Reggie Miller could probably adjust to today's NBA.
You
Unless he
can't.
could fucking shoot.
You have to judge players off of their era. You can't be like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
if they played in these eras, they would be that, like, they would.
But that's always the conversation when people say like, this player's better than this player. It's like Bill Russell played in the fucking 60s, but he's going to be rated higher than like Hakeem. He's going to be rated higher than Hakeem. Hakeem is a way more talented center than Bill Russell.
Yeah.
But you have to just base it off of era.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why the argument of who is an actual better basketball player is fucking retarded.
The skill set with Devin Booker and Michael Jordan, I'm not over this, by the way. The skill set between those two, like Michael Jordan shot like a million mid-range jumpers.
Yeah.
That's all Devin Booker does. And then he gets hot and then he shoots threes. Devin Booker, people compare him to Kobe. Kobe did the same shit. Dribble to the elbow, fade away, and shoot it. That's a mid-range shot. Michael Jordan does the same stuff. Michael Jordan might actually be better in today's era because they can't fucking bump you. So they touch him on the three-point line while he's trying to drive, and he's shooting 2 free throws. He's shooting 20, 25 free throws a game.
I mean, yeah, like I said, Michael Jordan's a stretch for sure. But like the other like shooting, but like the shooting, but like the other players, like in the all-time great '90s players, like they're just not as talented as today's players.
You should have said that, dog.
Yeah, I should
have said that. I think you can say that about literally any sport, but I always hate even having that argument because it's just pointless.
Yeah, that's why I think that shit's stupid.
You have to compare players on how they were in their era and how they stacked up in their eras. Because you can't just, if this player played in this time, they wouldn't be able to, perform.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to Jayden about how, like, would Magic Johnson really be that good in today's NBA?
Hell no,
because he'd be closer to Ben Simmons. But if Magic played today, he might not play how he did back then.
Yeah, but like when people make that argument, they're saying like if they took the exact form and the exact way they played in the 80s, it wouldn't be good now. That's why it's dumb.
No shit. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly why I think it's dumb, because you can't say they wouldn't be able to play like how people do today. How the fuck do you know? You act like players can't change how they play. Like Michael Jordan at the start of his career couldn't fucking shoot to save his life.
Yeah.
The dude was just an athletic freak and would just sprint at the basket the whole time. But then as he got older, he changed his game and he was able to shoot. Like people talk about Michael Jordan's shooting percentages for his career. Bro, no shit he's going to shoot horrible. A motherfucker couldn't shoot in the 80s. No one was shooting threes in the 80s except for fucking Larry Bird.
Nobody was even shooting jumpers. except for Larry Bird.
Actually, I can mention this now. Jared, this is very bad on your part because you... I know you went back on what you said, but you did say the words, Devin Booker is a more talented player than Michael Jordan. And this is a graphic that I saw on Instagram, and it is only 3 players have ever won the scoring title and been named all defensive first team in the same season. 3 players. Jerry West in 1970.
Bruh.
Kobe in 2006 and 2007, so he did it twice. And then Michael Jordan in 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, and 98.
Holy shit.
So he did it 9 times.
How many times is that in a row? That you just said. Was that just like 5 or something?
Well,
Would have been
Five.
11, but
see-
dude retired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually all 9 in a row because the other 2 seasons that he didn't have, he didn't
Yeah.
play.
That is insane, bro.
So
Where do you guys think Michael Jordan would be athletically in today's NBA?
athletically,
Yeah.
depends on what age he is. What age
He's
Michael
like-
Jordan
he's like-
are we
he's
talking?
like
Prime Michael Jordan.
He's like 25, 26.
Are we talking
Prime
like
Michael
we're
Jordan.
talking like 90, like first finals run Michael Jordan? So
Yes.
he's like
Sure.
he's like late 20s, early 30s.
Sure.
I mean, he's up towards the top. Like that dude was a fucking freak.
Yeah, that
Above
dude
or
was-
below Westbrook.
Above or probably below. Westbrook's just
Yeah,
like
below Westbrook.
Westbrook's probably
Crazy
more
big.
explosive, but it probably also helps because of his size.
That's the thing. Westbrook is faster, so it looks like he's more athletic. He is more athletic with vertical, but like Michael Jordan jumping from the fucking free throw line and shit, dude.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, that shit's actually crazy.
That was this podcast has went so many different directions. We went to arguing about Steph and Damian Lillard being who's the best deep range shooter, which is like, oh, okay, it's an argument. To Jared saying Devin Booker's a more skilled player than Michael Jordan. That's the funniest shit ever. And I can laugh about that because I got cooked last week about Tom Brady and fucking Derek Carr. All right, I think that's a good place to call it. This is going up on Monday, my birthday, but also Courageous Shooters YouTube channel birthday on the 29th, and then Jayden's birthday on the 30th. Also,
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
Thomas
Let's
because
go.
I forgot last week to say it on the podcast. His birthday was on the 17th, which was like a couple days before we recorded that pod. I just forgot to mention it. So we'll mention that. No one else's birthday is in close range at the moment, so don't have to mention anything else. All of our socials are up on the screen. Mine's right here. That works.
Go.
They're also down in the description with everyone else at Courageous Shooters. All Courageous Shooters socials are linked below. At Courageous Shooters on Instagram.
At Courageous Shoot on Twitter because they don't give us enough characters.
At Crazy Shooters on TikTok.
Twitch.tv/Courageous Shooters.
CourageousShooters.com.
You already know. Watch this on the YouTube channel.
Ring the bell, baby. Ring the bell.
Ring that
Ring
fucking
it.
bell, baby.
Ring it.
Ring it like Triple H rang the fucking Philly bell game 1.
That's so weird, bro.
But then they lost, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Subscribe, leave a comment.
Yeah. I've got nothing
Leave a
else to say.
comment. Devin Booker is better than Jordan in a comment.
Yes.
You made it this
Every
fucking video.
comment on this video needs to be Devin Booker is a more skilled basketball player than Michael Jordan. And we'll leave it at that.